Imagine this. You are a successful business owner who genuinely loves God and lives an honorable life. In fact, most people don't have anything bad to say about you. You are married to the person of your dreams, and together you have 10 kids, 7 strapping sons, and 10 beautiful daughters. You are insanely wealthy. Everything you own is either Gucci, Chanel, Armani, Balenciaga, or Burberry. You own 3 mansions all across the world and have your own private jet. You drive a Tesla on the weekdays and a Bugatti on the weekends because you can. You're extremely generous, and everyone pretty much loves you. You live a good life. One Saturday morning, you are lounging in your humble abode in Malibu when your assistant calls you. You answer the phone to find out that your business has just gone under. All of your employees quit, and your company is being sued for over $50 million. While you are still on the phone with your assistant, you get a call from your butler who tells you that your other 2 mansions, along with your expensive belongings, were just destroyed, one by a fire and the other in a hurricane. While you are still on the phone with your butler, you get a call from your spouse who tells you that your Tesla and your Bugatti have just been stolen and your private jet has been blown up. While you are still on the phone with your spouse, you get a call from the police who regret to inform you that while all of your kids were having a party at your oldest son's house, there was an earthquake that demolished the house and killed all your children. You hang up the phone, get up from where you're sitting, shave your head, and fall on the ground. While all this is happening, you break out in sores all over your body. Now, not only are you in pain emotionally, but also physically. You don't want to move. You don't want to eat. You don't want to drink. You barely want to live at this point. So you go to your spouse looking to be consoled by them during this tough time in your life. However, instead of caring or comforting you, they just tell you to curse God and die. Curse God and die? We take the good days from God, why not also the bad? At this point, all of your friends have heard what has happened to you. Your 3 closest friends come to your house. However, when they get there, instead of helping you, they begin to accuse you of terrible things you must have done in order for God to be mad at you. Horrible, right? This is what happened to a man named Job in Scripture. Although Job did not own Gucci or a Tesla or a private jet, he was a wealthy man with a beautiful family and genuinely loved the Lord. Job loses everyone and everything he cares about in a matter of minutes. It was devastating. He deserved none of it. God even says so himself. Remarkably, even in the pain of losing his business, his wealth, his children, and a bit of his sanity, Job praises God. Praises God! At least for the beginning chapters. Job eventually begins to be honest with himself and with God about how he feels with all that has happened to him. He's frustrated, depressed, and confused, and he lets God know all of it. After this, some of Job's friends come by to try and help. When they get there, they tell Job he must have done something horribly wrong to deserve this. And for the next 30 chapters or so, Job and his friends go back and forth about why God sent such suffering. They begin making a list of hypothetical sins that Job must have committed. However, each time, Job defends his innocence, because he is innocent. For most of the book, Job is on an emotional roller coaster saying that God is wise and just at some moments, and then doubting God's goodness at other moments. Finally, Job demands that God come and explain himself in person, and he does. He comes in the form of a great storm cloud. God, however, does not give Job a direct answer and instead takes him on a tour of the universe. He shows him the tiniest details in the universe, like how a deer is born, to the vastness of the stars and galaxies. Then he asks Job, "Are you able to understand any of this?" Job is humbled before God in this moment. He realizes that God is above all, and even when he doesn't understand why things are happening the way that they are, God does. Job trusts that God will remain faithful even when the worst was happening. After all this, God does restore to Job what was taken from him. The Lord gave Job twice as much as he had before, and he also had another 7 sons and 3 daughters. Although it doesn't replace what was lost, Job is able to find joy and peace once again in his life.